And good morning, everybody. Rob Gearing here, owner of the TL2I Cash Mailer, founder of Traffic Leads to Income and the 7 Steps to Your Success, and leader of Team Massive Success. And I'm pleased to be your host today for the Massive Success webinar. We may get some special guests, so I may have other people someday down the road here being your host for the Massive Success webinar, because Massive Success is about exactly that, massive success in online marketing. I just happen to be the owner of TL2I Cash Mailers, so I always lead in with that as my introduction. And it does lead to all points success because it is a front-end, back-end marketing system, one of the best, if not the best in the world. And it's been running for over 15 years. And I've been doing the formula longer than that. I'm not going to go through my whole resume here. But it's something I learned when I just kind of started getting clues about how to be successful online, and I've just carried the formula and improved it and enhanced it and brought it to other businesses and other teams over the years, and it's only been a good thing. So today we're going to talk about follow-up, okay? Because there's a lot of things happening always in my business, but right now this is crazy. It's craziness that's going on right now. So, right as you guys pretty much have figured it out. And if you're not a member of the TL2I Cash Mailer, I suggest that you get back to the person who invited you to this meeting to get joined up, because it's free to join. And there's a lot of perks and benefits for everybody. Nobody's left behind here. Or you can also join from tl2icashmailer.com, but I prefer that you get back with the person who invited you to this webinar, whether you're here live or you're listening to this recorded. This will also be uploaded to YouTube at some point as well. So, so as you know, this is a free advertising site that has a marketing system inside, right? So what happens is, and we're just going to do a brief overview here. We use various and sundry lead capture pages. We have some that are specially designed for free traffic, which would be viral mailers, right? Safe lists, if you will. And we have ones that have been created for paid traffic, which we also offer and do. So they're two separate entities. But the bottom line is, all we're always trying to do is have people create something like this, right? This is my first graphic of the day, right? And this is a tried and true, what I call a generic lead capture page that works great for paid traffic, because those people don't care about my picture. They don't care that I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan and yada, yada. Show me the money, honey. Give me the form. Let me fill it out. Let me go to the landing page and sign up for the company, and let's go from there. So, you got to have yourself good pages in free and paid traffic. It's very important. But the bottom line is, we can make all that happen for you. That's the easy part, right? That's the predictable part. The thing I can't tell you is how much you're ultimately going to make in your career online, because I can't, do the follow-up for you. I can't do this and that and the other thing for you. You will do a lot of things yourself. And there are a lot of people who never follow up with people. They actually get a good amount of leads and whatnot and signups, but they don't actually follow up, or they do it incorrectly. So, but the guarantees in the business are a good page with good traffic equals leads and signups. That's the guarantee that any legitimate marketer, as like myself, will do, right? But if I'm going to sit here and say, yeah, Chris, you're going to make $2,000 in the next 60 days by following my formula, that's disingenuous. I'm not going to say that, because I don't know what's going to happen on Chris's end, or Chip's end, or Elizabeth's end, or whoever we may pick. Sometimes results are better, sometimes results are worse, sometimes there are no results. It's a lot of it comes into the person's hand, but with good training, all the way to the bank, as we say, from soup to nuts. Training doesn't stop when you start generating leads. That's when you really want to dig in with your upline, with your sponsor, find out, what are they doing? How are they proceeding forward with these prospects, right? So we're going to kind of talk about how that looks like. So the title of our webinar today is, I gave it I don't know if it's the official title, but the unofficial title is, I have a lead. What do I do now? Right. And right now we're running our paid traffic co-op, and leads are flying in, and we're getting signups to various places depending on how an individual's funnel is set. I will say, since I have Chip and Rhonda here at this meeting, one of the things that I'm working on right now is the pre-launch. I'm going to say it quietly, the pre-launch of Great Life, right? and generating leads and getting people positioned for a huge launch that's coming January 3rd. This isn't a meeting to get people, to fall in line in that area, but you're welcome to, get back with me later for more information. But this is just an example of how you can take that funnel that you're looking at right there has been used for Got Backup, has been used for We Got Friends. Now, remember, I was 14 on the global leaderboard at We Got Friends with 465 signups, right? And I'm not going to throw out income figures, but I did make sizable income from We Got Friends, which translated into a nice, when they moved and consolidated with Got Backup, also was very helpful. But now I've set my attention on something that's coming up, as I mentioned earlier. But I'm using the same page. How is that humanly possible? How does that work? Well, I changed a few words, right? It's, again, the people online are in paid traffic, and not that this is a paid traffic webinar either. We've done that. If you go to my YouTube channel, you're going to see all these various topics that we cover. It's amazing. Chris is telling me, dude, why aren't you charging for this stuff? I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, guilty as charged. I'm a philanthropist as well. Check it out, right? Is what I say. And it all leads ultimately to good business at the end of the day. I believe in, you give some things out for free, you get a lot back. You get a lot back on the other side that maybe isn't free. So it's a give and a take in the business. But a few key words that I change, no matter what the company is pretty much in the world, I believe that I can, I can make some things happen with that. So that should give everybody confidence. You don't have to do this exact thing with me. You don't have to do that exact thing with me. You may have your own thing that you're excited about and you're happy with. We can put it together in our Traffic Leads to Income workshop, right? Is what we do, whether it be for free or paid traffic. Because the next thing is, once you fill out that form there, it goes to the company sign up page. And it's always nice when a company has a free sign up, because that gets people positioned, that gets people in. But if not, then we come up with we come up with more strategies. It's all about strategy at the end of the day. Where do these people go? See, I got my examples lined up here. Lead Sleep autoresponder, right? I can look at all my, I can look at in my list manager. These are all my recent leads that have come in. I'm split testing 2 pages right now. One has a phone field, one doesn't. So I can, I may or may not have a phone number for somebody that doesn't take the next step and do the free affiliate sign up. But this is where I get into follow-up now, right? And it's not the autoresponder. That's part of the funnel setup. So emails are going to be going out. For this particular Great Life campaign, I've got 3 great emails in there. I'm going to be adding a 4th. But I don't rely on that. That just happens behind the scenes. That's automation, if you will. What I'm going to talk about today is personal follow-up. So example A, and there's a couple of different examples here. I will say, I recommend having a page with the phone field. As you see, this page here does have a phone field. I've also tested this without a phone field. You may get a couple more leads, but you don't have the ability to personally follow up then with the people who opt in. So I definitely recommend the phone field. But the other flip side to that is are they really a serious prospect if they can't do a free sign up from the next page that comes up, which would be the free affiliate sign up page. So we have to ask ourselves a lot, and I get that formula too. I'm almost in the middle of this. I'm split both ways. I see that as a litmus test. I see that as I've always talked about sifting and sorting in all my webinars. Sifting and sorting. People who can't take the next step. Maybe they didn't like the thank you page. They didn't like what's presented. They just aren't interested at that point. So maybe we are beating a dead horse, but I've seen the flip side of that, where for whatever reason, the person just wasn't ready in that moment. But by following back with them, they ended up coming to the party, joining as a free affiliate, upgrading, and having great success. So the first thing that I do, though, is I will talk about a personal email. So you have a lead, okay, and maybe they don't have a phone number and they didn't join the company. Let's talk about that scenario. So it's a page that doesn't have a phone field. They didn't join from the next page, because any company sign up, you're going to generate the phone number, okay? And then you always want to follow up with your affiliates, right? People that joined the company. You're going to want to call them. You're going to want to do all that great stuff. But in this first example, oh, you know what? I didn't get the phone, I didn't capture the phone number. They maybe aren't as serious as we would hope. But am I going to give up on them? No. So I go into my and I always keep all my emails ready to go. And you say, how do you save all your emails? Well, I'm using Outlook, right? And I go into my sent messages. And this is a new affiliate that I just got today, Kelsey. So before I text and call, because I do have Kelsey's phone number, because Kelsey is an affiliate, right? I'm going to shoot an email as well. Personal has more chance of going through versus an autoresponder email. And all I'm trying to do, this is my first, if you're taking notes here, my first secret of follow-up is just try to connect with them. And Facebook is a great way to do it. Now, I happen to have a team blog link because this person's now entering a specific opportunity. So I like team blogs with instructions, do this, and this. You can really save a lot of time by laying out good step instructions for people. But the next thing then is just, hey, here's my Facebook, connect with me. And here's my phone number, connect with me, right? So I'd love a mover and shaker to connect with me. Right. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm waiting for people and I don't do anything, because that's not me, and that's not what I teach. But I love movers and shakers nonetheless. But really, this just kind of sets some groundwork. And again, the person who may not have verified their email in the autoresponder may get this one, read it, and take an action. All I'm looking for is an action, and that Facebook is the key. Because why is that important? It's important because for this particular opportunity, I have a Facebook group that I can plug them into, and I have a Facebook chat that I can plug them into. Before they even log into the back office, before they even go through all that, team training to me is the training, right? Company training is for people who don't have a sponsor. They'll get to company training, they'll get to company conference calls. But team training is where it's at. That's where the success is. So it should be part of your process. And sending this personal email should be part of your process as well. So this is the fortunate side. This ended up being the example of somebody who joined as an affiliate. So clearly I have all their contact information. But let me go down to another email that I recently sent. That would be, yeah, this is the one right here I think I'm looking at. Nikki. Nikki, no, that's for a different company. Let's see. Multiple streams of income, my friends. Multiple streams of income. Here's the one I'm looking at here. It may not be showing here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's on my phone, but not in Outlook. Okay. So it's the same basic email, except, okay, now I have this scenario. Okay, the person who filled out the form didn't join the company, and I don't have their phone number. So I'm really down to one play, two plays. Number one, the autoresponder, but I already said that happens in the background. So I'm really down to one personal play, and that is to deliver a good email. So this email that I have right here is good and simple, except it's going to give the join link, just like the autoresponder would. You got to join the affiliate side. You got to join the company, right? So here's another shot. It's the same. It's the same thing that they looked at that they already turned down once. Hopefully, the second time around, sometimes people regret their actions and say, "Oh my God, this guy gave me another chance to get this free positioning in this particular company." So that's really the only difference, but it still would have to connect with me on Facebook and my phone number, right? So they can potentially text or call me. So as you can see, it's not my comfort zone. I like to have a phone number on my page, or I like to have a phone field. I want to generate the phone number so that I can do a better job helping them help themselves, if you will. So that's my first tip for you, is just the personal email. Irregardless of anything really, it's always a good thing to drop, whether they join the company yet or not, right? And then again, we have the autoresponder in the background. So let me minimize my mail. I'll leave that. That's a nice background page, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that up. Now I can't show you my phone, right? So the next step is the person who I did generate the phone number, right? So this particular page generates the phone number. They fill out the field. And right now in split testing, a page with or without phone number, it's a dead heat. So those gurus that say, oh, you put a phone number on your page, you're going to drop by 25%. Bull pucky on that. That is not true. I got the empirical proof to prove it. It doesn't really change anything. And oh, maybe one or two difference here or there, maybe not even, but let's just say there was a slight difference. Is that really a serious person that doesn't want to be contacted, right? That would be offended that I'm going to reach out and try to help them help themselves, right? So anyway, so that's the next thing that I'm going to do. I'll still send the email, but I'm going to send a text message, and I'll get my phone out here. Now you can't see any of this, so this is just kind of like old-fashioned radio. You're going to listen to Uncle Rob on the old radio here, and this is the last text that I sent out. A young lady named Rebecca, which is my daughter's name, by the way, so I'm fond of that name. So I said, "Hi, Rebecca. Rob Gearing here from Great Life Worldwide," and put in parentheses, since it's a new company that's launching from an existing company, I put in the existing company in parentheses. "Thank you for joining my massive success team. Please reply back yes to start your training and journey to earning." So I'm not hyping. I'm not hyping that situation. This is somebody who's already seen the video, if you will, or they've seen the company page, and they know there's money to be made. I don't necessarily have to tease with thousands from the comfort of your home or anything like that. Let's just get you plugged in. So what would my next step be? And if you guys haven't done this, click on chat at the bottom. That way you can open up that right-hand side window and you can participate. I can't see what you're typing right now, but I will get to your comments at the end, so you can answer that question if you'd like, as a team, as a group. But my answer to that would be, the next step is, let's connect on Facebook. Just what I said earlier, right? Let's go to our Uncle and Aunt Facebook, right? That does such a good job. And that's what we use. So Facebook is, now the kids don't like it. And like my kids will say, oh, you should be on TikTok and you should be doing this or that. But trust me, when you're talking about a common denominator where you can connect with people and use it as a bridge into a business, it's still really good. Now I use Wow app as well for my groups. Once I've connected with people, now I have my private training groups and whatnot. But I've learned also that I still need Facebook. I can't eliminate it because of the popularity of it, and because I'm not going to not use something that's going to help me connect with people, right? Because once they connect with me on Facebook, they're seeing all my great content. I'm able to do the group thing, the chat thing. Like here's our chat right now. Here's our chat right now. I just go up to my chats. If I can do this, it was okay. And for this particular opportunity, there's my chat, right? So if I know they're an affiliate or one of my team members' affiliates, then they just get popped in here. We also have an associated group, and it's just so easy to give people, here's the welcome message, okay? So you have the welcome message. People want to know what to do. If you can lay it out like that and then have other people that can help reinforce it as a community, you just can't lose. So I love this. And for this particular opportunity, all the tumblers have clicked. And, we're really just using all of our best practices that we've ever put together. And it's just working out super great. So awesome stuff there. Let me go back. We'll flip back to always remember, it's all about, you don't have anything unless you can have a funnel to enter people into, but it's not the end all be all. As you know, follow-up, as we're talking about today, is that. Now, same difference. I could be using this page. I'm generating a phone number. The person didn't join the company. I'm going to still text pretty much the same way. The text really is not going to change. I'm just not going to say that I'm from the company because they haven't joined the company. So that's where I say, hey, hey, Rebecca, this is Rob Gearing from Team Massive Success, right? And here's the next step in the process. And here's and that's when you can hit them with the link, or not with the link yet. What I would say is, same thing. Thank you for opting in to my massive success page. Reply back yes for the next step. And when they reply back yes, which they're going to want the next step. And that's where I may do a little bit of hype. I may say, reply back yes for the next step, to earn potentially thousands from the comfort of your home. That's okay, because it is definitely what all of our goals are, right? And can make that person say, you know what, yes, here's the link, got them to the affiliate side, here's the training. It's really that simple. And I will have all these example texts, emails on my blog, for sure. So if you're plugged in with me, you're going to get the stuff, right? You're going to get the stuff. So again, get back to the person who invited you to this webinar, and say, hey, I want the stuff. Get their link for the TL2 iCash mailer or TL2iCashMailer.com. It's a good place to start connecting dots for what we do as Team Massive Success. So I definitely wanted to do that plug again, as we have about 6 minutes to go in our webinar today. After that, honestly, once you get engagement and you can get somebody plugged in, it's just being yourself at that point. It's just really, being a good person, right? What do good people do? If you're a friend, okay, so and let's take business and put it on the friendship side, personal, right? So when you have friends, you stay in touch with them, right? You care about them. You wish them a happy birthday, right? You do all, and thank you everybody for all the great birthday wishes on Sunday. Um, you do all those things. Why do we think that's not something that we would do in business? Why do we think that business has to be so dry? I have great friends. Everybody here right now is are friends of mine. Some I've just known longer. Like, my God, Chip here, I've known Chip for 15, 20 years, right? And he sings happy birthday to me on my birthday. How about that? How about that? I could do a whole webinar about that. Why would somebody do that, right? That's somebody who cares. That's somebody who cares. So please, the gurus, and I'm not a guru. I will say that right now. I'm just average Joe Robbie here, average guy, that has extraordinary results and success by just being average Joe Rob, right? Just being a regular guy to put things in regular context for people. But you got the gurus who will tell you never should have a phone field. You never should be talking to people. Defeats the purpose of the internet. It's supposed to do everything for you. Guys, wake up. They're selling you on their course. I know these same people, how they follow up, and they definitely do more than just letting the autoresponder do the job. So it's very disingenuous and disheartening when and people buy that lock, stock, and barrel. So then when they see something that's like, you do need to connect with people. Oh, well, so and so says no, you don't have to do that. This is not telemarketing. Now, who wants to call cold leads? Who wants to do? Guys, come on, time out here. Let's be real. This is about as cold as Tahiti or Honolulu. When you have a page that somebody real time filled out, and they're dying and starving for the information and for people to tell them about it. Oh, let me just take a step back at this point. What's the guru manual say? Just don't do anything. Like, no, like, and trust. Let the email series number 47 close the deal. Yeah. And then we check back with these people later, 2 months, 6 months. How much you making? Nothing. How much is that guy making that sold you the course? A lot. Hello? Who's winning? Who's losing? Free yourself. Take control of your business and do proper techniques. Now, here comes artificial intelligence on its white horse. I'm very leery about it. I'm very leery about it. I don't like a lot of the dark side of it. I don't like deep fakes. I don't like that. And I don't like the fact that it's now being put in a marketing context of, hey, this will solve all of your follow-up problems. Because maybe there's a place for some warming up, for some softening up. But at some point, people are gonna figure out this ain't you. This ain't you. So you're not real. So why should I part with my dollars, right? So I don't know. I don't want to be Mr. Cranky, get off my lawn on this topic, because but I'm a traditionalist when it comes to this stuff. We got all the capability. So I'm going to let the AI world sort a lot of this out. And I'm sure at some point I may see some value in such and such. But what I want you to know today is I'm not knocking AI. I'm not knocking automatic process. I'm not knocking videos that are supposed to close the deal and sell. I just want you to know that you are special. I want you to know that you have a lot to offer the world. So be you. And that's one of the more fun things in life, is when you can be yourself and you can connect with another human being and you can make something happen. And my wife always tells me, she says, one of the things that's most impressive about you is I have watched you turn nothing into something. And what she means is, like, I just turned on the computer, opened the lid one day, created a website, and ultimately made money. You created money from nothing in her mind. Now there's value, there's product, there's a lot that goes into it, but we're just talking about somebody who's totally on the sideline. She's my partner, but not partner in support, doesn't care about business, right? Show me the money, honey, right? That's fine. The support is what and that's another webinar topic, how to get your support. But honestly, you probably say, well, where's all the secrets to follow up? You've been given them. You will want to watch this multiple times and listen to it multiple times, because it's the simplicity of just being yourself, right? It's making that connection. These are the tips that I gave you today. Make the initial connection, get them into a place like a Facebook or to respond to your texts, and into group settings, places that now the connection is happening, the engagement is there. That's the word I'm looking for. Now just be you. Now the next conversation could be, hey, let me tell you a little bit about myself, and be more of a listener than a talker too. You want to know more about them. Find out what they're all about. What are their goals and dreams, right? Because we're all about solving problems at the end of the day. We're not about hype and smoke and mirrors. We may need a little hook to get people in the door, but for sure, the truth fleshes itself out over time. The true who you are, not the artificial you, the real you, and the things that you are associated with in doing. So those are some secrets to follow up, and just to plug in every day and to get back with people multiple times. Another tip I'll give you, I'm going to go a little longer here. If I don't get a reply from a text, I'm going to come back the next day and say, awaiting your reply, Rebecca. Okay. I get about 50% response on that, because I can know what they're thinking. This must not be an AI. It could be, because that's what we're up against now. Unfortunately, it's made it even harder now with everything's artificial. There's no real people. That's why I got to pick up the phone. I got to leave a voicemail. That could still be a deep fake, right? So it's a battlefield of working every day with your leads and your team to stay in touch with them, and you just have to have that moment where now they believe in you, that you're real, right? That's it. That's it. So that's another big tip is, and now there's a time when, hey, you know what, I've emailed multiple times, nice personal emails to try to get the connection. I've texted, different, texted a couple of times to try to make that connection. But a text is kind of cold, just like an email is. I've called and left voicemail, or they have no voicemail set up, and I've tried some different times. Keep a journal on your follow-up, and at some point, now everybody will tell you different, but I think, 10 different points of contact, we can maybe put them on the back burner and say, we put a lot into this, right? This person, I'm not chasing you. I'm trying to help you, but I'm not chasing you. And we move on. Don't forget your newer people you need to spend time with. Your team members you need to spend time with, because there's also the training piece, right? The sponsor drives their business. The owner drives the company. So if we just sit back and let everybody do everything for us, we're going to have the results that we generally predictably have. 5% succeed, 95% don't. I'm a 5%er. I'm a 2%er right now over at Got Backup. I'm a 5%er in general in the industry. So anything that I say probably is going to be helpful to you. And that's not a bragging statement. I'm not giving you my income statements. I'm not showing you my income sheets. I'm not turning in my tax returns to you or anything, but I'm telling you, and you can look me up, Rob Gearing on Google. I've been around. I'm a 5%er. So what I say should be more valid than what the 95% say, or the gurus who teach nothing but internet marketing techniques. Okay, so that's my that's my closing statement, ladies and gentlemen, the jury. I thank you very much. I'm going to now, we're going to end the, what are we going to end here? We're going to end the recording, and then I'm going to come back and do Q&A for my live Zoom group, because I got a little bit of time to play with today. So I thank everybody very much. I wish you massive success, and hopefully you found these secret tips to follow up helpful. Thank you very much, and to your massive success.